Morning, everyone. So we're going to talk a little bit about resilience. And as I'm sure many of you are aware, resilience means a lot of things to a lot of people. So I wanted to first start with what it means to us, what it means to ULI generally. So when we say resilience, we're talking about a community's ability to prepare and plan, adapt, and recover from unintended shocks and stresses. And then finally, harnessing innovation and technology. And Cliff mentioned it, I've mentioned it, but because of where you're situated, because of the attention on Louisiana, you have an amazing opportunity to be a living natural laboratory for research and development in the resilience field. And one of our recommendations is going to be to partner with some of the local and regional academic institutions and some of the amazing fabricators and innovators that are here and have been here for generations, and actually start developing technology that the rest of the country and potentially the world can use.
Because one of the recommendations centered on diversifying the economy of our legacy oil and gas community, because a primary recommendation from that panel review was for the development of a resilience lab, because St. Mary Excel has submitted 10 proposals for that lab, making the case for how a legacy oil and gas community can operate within the resilience conversation across 10 different funding sources. Because the Parish of St. Mary has now dedicated Parish Restore dollars to develop the lab through its federal Restore application, we are requesting that the 5 years of work to create resilience lab readiness in our community be recognized within the state's plan as the resilience lab within a legacy oil and gas community offers a microcosm of authentic, field-tested best practices in a coastal community before being implemented across greater impacted areas of the state. I quote from the National Urban Land Institute panel report, quote, Morgan City, Louisiana has portions of higher, safer ground and leveed or flood wall protected areas alongside lower, more vulnerable areas. The variety of areas would allow for location while providing access to potential testing grounds for developed strategies and technologies, end quote, in coastal resilience. There is no need to simulate the varied environments and locations far from the coast or near the coast or somewhere by the coast. Morgan City, Louisiana offers the impacted coast for field testing for multiple experts and has been doing so. But just by experts coming and going and by remote sensors, the recommended resilience lab offers a permanence for field-tested technologies of coastal resilience.
How can we research these things? How can we harvest that material or in a more economical manner where we can get it to where it needs to be, but still keep Morgan City a safe harbor?
And, using the Atchafalaya and the Morgan City area as a test bed, but also as as one end member of an experiment. If you can think about it as like many areas in Louisiana are starved for sediment, well, the Atchafalaya is building land. It's this really unique place that probably ought to have a lab there. It probably ought to have active science going on to not only inform what's going on in Louisiana and the master plan, but really nationally and globally.
Thank you for saying that, Ryan, from a scientist.
You're making me smile. I love that.